Me and Vivian watched it earlier today.
I watched it
We
last
got
night.
distracted halfway through, but we still got through the movie. Just had a little bit of a side mission.
Side quest.
Oh shit,
Unlocked.
that's recording. Well, snip, 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 snip.
That's fine.
I was just talking about a little side quest that happened while I was watching this movie.
Should I make that the intro?
If you want to, I don't care.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to another MCU review. So I'm joined by
Oh, I'm first. Avidi Kadivi, John Morgan.
and
Logan Wilson.
today we're
Logan
talking about
Potter.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Number 55 on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Logan Wilson.
My, where to start with this movie?
Ooh,
The beginning.
So like,
Do we want to mix in bad and good?
Let's just mix
Because
it up.
it's not. I wouldn't say it's dead even. There's more good than bad, but there's more bad than other movies.
Another movie.
Mix it in.
yeah.
The number one thing that I love with this movie is Yondu and Rocket.
Yes.
Yeah, that's like the best thing about the movie is that Yondu gets a whole lot more than he does in the first movie.
Yes, and he's
To where
he's
his
great.
death is heartbreaking.
Oh yeah.
And he
that
also
gets
looks
me
sick.
every time. He does look sick with that longer fin. It's just his death is just so heartbreaking.
Sad.
It is.
So
It really
depressing.
is. I mean, they like build him up as this awesome
I'll
character.
also say that the number one thing that I like about this movie, besides that Rocket, is that because that kind of lends in with Michael Keaton being such a good actor, and
Michael
Rooker, not Michael Keaton. That's a different person.
That's next movie.
Michael Rooker is a fantastic actor.
I kind of
Yeah.
talk about just the Guardians as a whole, because like in the Avengers, like we've already kind of been introduced to all of these characters before,
Yeah.
and seeing, I did like about this movie how it went a lot more into Quill's kind of relationship with his father, like a little more into his backstory, where it's like he's secretly like, I know you don't typically
I
vibe
don't
with that.
typically like when they do that, but I think here it was not the worst thing ever.
No, because like it
it's so
was fine
cheesy.
here. Because like with the fall, when the father's like a legit like villain as opposed to like the Amazing Spider-Man 2, where they're already dead. It kind of doesn't make a whole lot of sense to keep going back to them.
I did like this.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think it was good here. This is where Drax starts to get really, really, really comedic.
This is where Drax starts to get Drax.
Yes, Drax. I mean, his whole humor thing is like the
Awesome.
I don't understand sarcasm thing, and it's just kind of like that's his humor.
But then here it just so randomly switches to massive comedy like that. That's something I'm really not a fan of, is how much, like, it's funny. I don't like how it's that much of like a massive switch compared to the first one.
Right.
And the second
The
one.
first one
It's
is executed.
immediate. And
Well,
it's so
because
jarring.
because he's been with him for a long time now.
Right.
Well, by
right,
this
right,
point, I
right.
think chronologically, this movie's like not that long after the first one. So like, I get it. I just wish we could have seen a better transition.
But the thing is, like,
Drax is still very fun.
Groot has grown a little bit. So
Baby Groot is the best.
It's at least been half a year. So he's been with him for a while now.
Yeah.
So I understand it and I love it because it's hilarious. Because Dave Bautista is amazing.
Yeah, they all interact very well together.
Yeah. But I love Baby Groot.
He's not the best, but he's good.
Yeah, I can understand.
He's good.
He's so funny.
Teenage Groot's funny too. I do like
Teenager
Teenage
is a
Groot.
vibe.
Yeah. Which that post credits. Well, this movie's weird in post credit scenes because it like starts a post credit scene, then jumps like another to like
Oh, yeah, we
another
didn't
half
watch
post credit
those.
scene.
We didn't watch those. I don't remember what they are.
The first one was like we first see Teenage Groot. No, the first one I think was it Teenage Groot? It's like there's one with
The
Teenage
first
Groot.
one.
There's one with Kraglin who plays a big
Yes,
part in this
Kraglin
movie,
is
practicing
one
with
of
the Finn and like
I
stabbing
remember
Drax in
that.
the hand.
Yes. I
And
watched
then
that one.
And then the next one was like those gold people setting up Adam Warlock,
Yes.
which I believe he's going to be in the third movie.
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Gamora, they do a little bit more with her as well, like sticking with like the main five. They do a little bit more with her as well, like really more setting up the relationship that she has.
Yeah,
with,
right.
Nebula.
Well, I was going to
That
say with,
too.
well,
That's
her as well.
great.
I wanted to talk about Nebula separately, but like the relationship she starts having with Star-Lord, because this is really where they start pushing
With
like
Groot.
their relationship.
She's
This
just
is really where they start pushing.
Yeah, right,
Which I like.
Right.
It's not an unspoken thing.
And I did want to talk about Nebula separately because she's kind of like with Yondu. She's better in this. than the first one.
They kind of expand upon both of them way more.
She's like Rocket.
Yeah, which you could sort, which sort of makes sense when you see the moments they have.
They just want to beat, like, she wants to beat Gamora, he wants to beat Star-Lord, just because.
Yeah, which I do like those moments where, like, at the beginning, like, you can see, like, Rocket and Quill just do not like each other, and then, like, by the end, it's like... Because I love how they kind of set up to that where it's, like, Rocket and Quill, like, tolerate each other, but it's like...
I mean, they talk about the thing, they all, like, yell and fight with each other. That's
why they're
families
family.
do. That's why they're families.
They're not friends, they're family.
Yeah,
If they were friends, they wouldn't argue.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, that's what I'm saying, is, like, because, like, at the end, when Gamora's wanting to go back for Star-Lord when the planet's blowing up, Rocket's like, nah, I can't afford to lose one friend.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, I can't afford to lose one friend.
They
one
just
friend
continue to further develop their relationship in this film, and it's like all of the chemistry is so
yeah,
good.
but it's weird because like you hear that and at first you're kind of thinking, he's talking about Star-Lord, but in a way it's kind of like
I take it as he's talking about Yondu.
That's how I'm taking it too.
Or both of them. One collective friend.
Yeah.
This movie also does introduce Mantis.
Alright, Mantis.
She's fine.
She's alright.
She's there. She's
funny at times.
She makes good bits. She's there for good bits sometimes. Yeah.
She really doesn't have
she's pretty relevant to this film.
Yeah, she's a big part of this film.
Her powers are like a big part of like.
And she gets hit in the face with a rock.
Messed up.
Mantis, look out!
Look out! Yeah. She's fine though. Again, she further gets like I don't know about developed, but she's in Infinity War.
She's there.
She's there.
She's always there. I'm hoping maybe in the next Guardians she'll get a little bit more attention.
Well, her powers would have been important in Infinity War if Peter Quill had.
Yeah, Peter Quill would have been a dumb.
Falcon punched Thanos.
Oh, Ego.
Okay. Is he the best villain? No, but I love Ego.
I
really like
Ego. Think it's kind of. I think this movie still is overhated. I think some of it was a little cheesy.
Kurt Russell's one of the best actors there are.
Kurt Russell is a fantastic.
Kurt Russell's one of the best actors there are, and it shows whenever there's like emotional moments where like his yelling is
believable.
Is believable. He's such a good actor. Like he's an A-list actor, and he deserves it.
Yeah, I think it's overrated. I mean, I really do think he does a good job in this movie, and I think. Honestly, the writing is not horrible. Some of it's a little cheesy.
No.
I think that's what holds it back. Some of it's kind of cheesy.
That's my biggest problem. This movie, I do not think does as good of a job balancing like the comedy with the serious moments as the first one.
Yeah.
There are some moments where they go from comedy to serious so fast.
But it does a better job of the new Thor than the new Thor does.
Yeah, I'll agree. I'll agree with that. But here,
because
it's
the serious moments are like, dude.
Yeah, hardcore.
It just
here
it's
yawn.
like
Yeah, like
here's
yawn.
like I feel like it's like a little more not like more drastic, but like it's up there because it's like they're making like jokes about like I don't know, they're just making a whole bunch of like random like not like inappropriate, but just like random jokes, and then next thing you know, there's just like a pile of bodies. Like just skeletons, pile of bones
of the dead children of Ego.
I'll give this movie a pass with like it shifting between that because the serious moments are really
they're good. It's just I just did not think this movie did as good enough a job balancing the comedy, and I didn't think in most cases the comedy worked for me.
It's because this movie's inherently has like more serious stuff.
Yeah,
it's deeper.
Yeah, I just wish it kind of had a little more balance because
this whole thing is kind of like a family. Like it's really just the entire. This whole movie is literally just family.
Dang it, Dom.
It's literally just family. This whole movie is all about family.
Which I do like that.
And I vibe with it. I think it's enjoyable. I really do.
Yeah, it's just
some of this
not
stuff
as
cheesy. That's my only
it's just parts like that just really, really hold this movie back. But it's still the dynamics between that everybody has just still makes this movie enjoyable.
Yeah,
where it's like,
I really can't think of anything that majorly holds this movie back.
No,
I can't think of anything that like really hurts this movie for me. Like I really can't. I tried.
I mean, I can't.
Some of it's just a little corny. That's all. That's all it is. That's really the only thing I can think of.
a couple things, but it's like nothing that makes me go like.
Some of it's a little corny, but that's like these characters. These characters are just corny.
Yeah.
I mean, I
think it works. It's just again, my problem is just like I didn't think this was good enough of a balance compared to the first one.
Yeah.
So, but that's me. Like, it doesn't make the movie bad. It's just.
I don't think so.
I didn't.
It's still very good. I like the way the movie opens.
I do too.
Yeah,
I
we
love
get
the
a
way
little
they
more-
It's
Mr.
like-
Blue Sky.
Yeah, Mr. Blue Sky, and
Mr.
well, it
Oh!
opens with
But no, it opens with Brandy.
it opens with the flashback.
It opens with Brandy.
I
But
think that's
then
cool
it
too.
op-
And then
but
it
then,
jumps
but then
to
it goes to Mr. Blue Sky.
And I love that. I
It's
think it's a
amazing.
great way to open the movie.
Soundtrack.
Oh, always good. I don't even.
I don't think it's better than
that.
the first one because it's the first
No,
one.
it's not
Yeah,
better than the
it's-
first
that
one.
one's
But
So
no,
one
but-
thing that I am so bitter about with this movie is that my favorite song from the soundtrack was Fox on the Run, and it's nowhere in this movie. It's in the trailer, that's it. And that irks me, because that's probably my favorite song from the soundtrack.
The thing is, Mr. Blue Sky is one of my favorite songs ever because my dad,
That's fair.
my
love
dad
that
introduced me to that song well before this movie came out.
Yeah,
Like,
that's fair.
People started listening to that song after this movie came out. No, I was on this song whenever I,
Old head parents.
yes.
Well, old head parents.
The best sequence of the movie is the best part of the movie is the subplot where they're on the rabbit ship.
I like the way they do that too.
That,
It's really
that's
fun.
There's two. It's not
thank you
really
for
even a
reminding me-
subplot. There's two big plots
Yeah,
going
they're
on.
going-
Thank you
Same
for
time.
reminding me of that, and this is not something that, this is just something that I did not vibe with. I personally was not a huge fan of how much the Guardians were split up for this movie. While I liked the separate journeys, I
Yeah.
really did not.
I like
did
it
not
because they were
vibe with-
together for the entire first film.
Yes.
Like
That's
they weren't
something I
together
agree
the
with that.
whole movie.
I agree.
Yeah, and that's just something I really
whole
liked
movie
about
was
the
just
first
all
movie.
them.
It's like that's what I like with the first movie. Is like you have times where like they split up from each other and it's like them coming together.
I think it's fun.
So, like,
it's a sequel.
I understand.
And then
it's just-
splitting up makes sense because they are
It's a
not
sequel.
happy with each other at the
Yeah,
moment.
I
It's a
mean,
sequel.
I
vibe with
It's a
it.
sequel. I vibe.
The first one, if they didn't have the first one, oh my god, I would have major problems with it. But
Yeah.
it's a sequel.
I'd have more of a problem with it.
It's not bad. It's just I didn't vibe with it.
I'd have
It's
more.
so good.
I'd have
Both
more of a
plots
problem.
are really enjoyable.
Yes,
The individual plots are enjoyable.
because
It's-
if they were together, they like Rocket and Yondu wouldn't have that connection.
That
if they were
that
all together,
bond.
it wouldn't be a thing.
And
Again,
I don't think
I-
the entire one of my favorite parts of the movie is
That
Yondu's ending and
because you're me,
his ultimately that moment wouldn't happen, and that was kind of the shift in
and
his
that's why I
character.
love it.
yeah,
It's
I,
And I
amazing.
love it.
Yeah, I'm
It's-
saying,
they
like-
really make Yondu something else in this film.
Yeah, because I'm saying like the individual stories like that they both went on were good. It's just I don't know the concept of them being split up in the entire movie. While I understand like how some people would like it, it just I don't know, just didn't exactly vibe with me. And I can't exactly say why. Just I don't know.
Okay. I'm going last on this one because I'm going to give this probably an unprecedented number.
Jonah, you go first then.
I don't have a number.
Oh.
Here, Christian, you go first.
You got a number?
Somewhat of a ballpark number, yeah.
Okay.
So, this just like the first one, this movie has some really enjoyable characters, a really solid villain, and it just overall it's just a really fun time. But I just did not like this movie as much as the first one, and
Well,
even,
yeah, obviously.
even just compared to a lot of other MCU movies, to where I just kind of think this movie is all right. Like I still like if I want to like rewatch this movie, I'll be like, yeah, sure, I'll throw it on because it's just fun to throw on in the background. Just like listen to soundtracks, watch some of these characters interact. But and it does flip between these two numbers for me. But I think at the end of the day, I'll say 7.
Okay, I thought you were gonna.
I'm thinking sometimes I'll like because I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking between that and the 6.5.
Whoa.
But listen, because to me, 5, like the 5 to 6
What'd you
range,
give Hulk?
like a 4 point something.
It's still too close.
Whoa.
Well, yeah, this is on the lower end of MCU movies for me, but not that that's
Whoa.
bad. Because
it's
5,
not.
because 5 and 6, I said for me.
No.
Because 5 and 6 is like average for me. And I quite frankly think this is
Okay,
kind of average.
okay, I respect your opinion, but I strongly disagree with it.
Well,
But that's why I say 7 because I think about it, I'm like this
I
movie
think
has
you're
enough
not-
enjoyable moments to where I'm like, it's good.
Okay, I'm going next.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stick with a 7.
I like it, man. There's all the stuff that I have that are wrong with it. It's not like that are like largely
Yeah.
wrong with the movie. I personally like they're divided the entire time subplot because they're fighting. They're a family that's like bickering
they're a
basically.
bickering family.
It works.
It's
Yeah.
fun. All the acting is fantastic. I think it looks amazing,
Yeah.
except for that one scene where Kurt Russell's manifesting himself again. And he shows the skeleton. Gross. Get the heck out of here.
Yes. I don't think we mentioned that. That looks like something straight out of a 2006.
Shark Boy and
That's-
Lava Girl.
Yes.
All the sentimental moments, they like going into it, like you're like, oh, there's moments that would make you cry in this movie. It seems out of character for a Guardians movie, but I think it works very well. I'm gonna give this I'm gonna go an 8. I go 8.
Okay.
It's not.
Respectable.
I like it. I
Respectable.
enjoy it. I like it. I've always liked this movie more than the average
Yeah.
person. I like it. 8. Give me
Yeah.
an 8. Go.
Okay. So originally, like before my rewatch, I had this movie like stupid bonkers high. I think I had like this 9 something in my head.
Okay.
Just stupid bonkers high for this film. I did not enjoy this as much on rewatch. I think very minor issues. Some of the dialogue comes across as pretty cheesy. I find that a lot of the lines, I don't think it's an actor's fault. I think it's just some scriptwriter thing.
I think so too.
Or some of the lines are just like, you know?
Dead
It's
kids.
like, yeah, some of the lines are just like, okay.
And that's primarily what holds the movie down for me.
I don't think it holds it down that much.
It doesn't.
No,
and
it's
then
like, I think it's like a reason.
also
There's some
generally,
other.
This is
generally
great.
the plot just, I mean, it's good.
It's good.
I think it's really good, but it's just like, it's not as great as some of the other
Would you
films.
agree that all the acting is very?
All the acting is incredible.
Oh,
The
it's
chemistry
fantastic.
between the characters is fantastic. There's great sentimental moments in this. Like the evolution of Yondu in this movie
and they
is enough to like shoot this movie
and
so
this
high.
movie has Sylvester Stallone. I totally forgot to talk about
Sylvester
that.
Stallone is in this
I
movie.
totally forgot to talk about it.
They have the whole funeral at the end for him. It's emotional.
And
it's-
they find a way to give. One thing I forgot to say is another reason I like this. They find a way to give Yondu, Michael Rooker standing there. They find a way to give him chemistry with something that is not even
there. I know it's. I mean, it's. I think this is a really, really good movie, and
Let's hear it.
I'm gonna give this like an 8.5.
Yeah, you are. Heck
I'm gonna
yeah.
give this an 8.5.
Yeah, you are.
It's really good. I
It's
like
good.
it a lot.
It's good.
I like it a lot. I don't like it as much as I did, but I really still enjoyed this movie a lot.
I do too.
Yeah.
Give it.
8.5. I'll go with 8.5. That's good. I respect.
Well, that's going to do it for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. So, the next movie that takes place chronologically is Spider-Man Homecoming. But, I've kind of already reviewed that movie when I did a countdown to Spider-Man No Way Home
Can you
release.
give it a 10?
So, no.
Should give it a
I think I
10.
gave it like a... Now I give it like a 9.
Okay,
So,
that's a good.
like,
that's a
so
good
just to remind you guys, Spider-Man Homecoming, I give a 9 out of 10. So I don't remember if that's the same score I gave it in the review, if it was that or a 9.5. But if it was a 9.5, bump it down to a 9. So really quick, since neither of them were in the Spider-Man Homecoming review, they're going to give their thoughts right now. So, Jonah, like just sum up like rating.
Spider-Man Homecoming. It was the first. It's the first standalone, first full-fledged Tom Holland, and I think he does very well.
No.
Love interest. No.
Yeah, whatever.
Get out of
Yeah,
here.
whatever, bro.
I love Keaton as Vulture. I think
love
he does.
Ned.
I think he does. Ned. Give me Ned.
I love Ned.
Give me Happy.
Give me, oh my God, Ned and Happy.
Give me all the Happy.
Oh my
True,
goodness,
there's-
so much Ned.
I don't like it as much as Far From Home. Oh my gosh, I love Far From Home.
Interesting.
I don't like Far From Home as much.
I despise everything to do with Flash.
Because you didn't mention that because you were in the Far From Home review.
It's not
You
Flash Thompson.
No, it's not. I forgot what you gave Far From Home in that review. You gave it like the 8 range.
I gave it like an 8. What did I give it?
I don't remember. That was.
Whatever I
over a
gave
year
it,
ago.
whatever I gave it, give it an 8.8. Change it to an 8.8. Whatever I gave it. I'll say I like Homecoming. I like Homecoming. I like
Homing.
I like Homies.
I like
mean,
homies.
I'll say
I like
8.
Homies
I'll go
too.
8.6. It's
That's
good.
fair.
It's good.
That's fair.
I really like it. He does a fantastic job with how old is Tom Holland at the time?
20. Probably.
20.
I
Sure.
couldn't do it.
Yeah.
At least
And I'm about to be 20 in 2 days.
Because he was 19 in Civil War.
I'm about to be 20 in 2 days, and I couldn't do that. So,
Sure.
Homecoming, sir.
Yeah, so I did enjoy this one. I loved it when it came out. I was like, I think I went to theater and saw it like 4 or 5 times. I loved it.
Because I remember when the movie, like a couple of months before the movie came out, we were like, bro, what if they showed the Iron Spider in there? And then we both
Yeah.
saw it, and I texted you.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, we were right. I vaguely remember that.
Yeah. Sick movie.
Sick nasty.
Yeah, really sick nasty. relationship really, like the romantic relationship in this movie really holds it back. It was really
I didn't hate
stupid.
it.
The romantic subplot was dumb.
I don't like
And
it.
it's a very big part of Peter's character. Like in every media, it's a very big part of Spider-Man. The villain is fantastic. Ned is fantastic.
God,
Tom Holland's performance is fantastic.
I'm looking at.
Happy Hogan's in this movie. That line is incredible. He's quoting the Ned in the computer lab line.
Anyways.
It's incredible. I really love all of this movie except the romantic subplot, which is just subpar.
She's better.
Aunt May is fine. Marissa Tomei.
I forgot to talk.
You're old enough to be my grandmother, but
How old is she?
well, she's not that old. She's old enough to be my mother for sure. She's 50, 53,
Something like that.
56. So she's 50 something. She's fine though. She hasn't aged since 1994. I like this film a lot. I think it's really fun. I will say both this movie and Far From Home. I'm not going to talk too much about that, but it lacks true Spider-Maning, as in like Manhattan swinging from buildings.
Yeah.
That is a big complaint about the Tom Holland Spider-Man films for me.
The swinging.
Until you get to like,
There's no Spider-Man-ing.
there's no Spider-Maning. Like he's just being Spider-Man in like a neighborhood.
Which is fine. because-
Literally your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man kid. Anyway, the number I'm gonna give a Homecoming. I'm gonna give this like an 8.5. I take that back. I'm giving it an 8.2.
That's close to it.
Interesting. So that is going to do it for
Anyway.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and there's summed up thoughts on Spider-Man Homecoming. Next time is going to be Thor Ragnarok.
Here, I'm gonna see how short I can.
Just that head. Floating head poster.
Dude, you realize how much of an ab workout this is? Hurry up!
But yeah, stay tuned next time where we do Thor Ragnarok, and we're, the best of the Thor movies, which isn't that bad. It's,
I couldn't stop that because my abs were crunching, and so I couldn't. Anyways.
thank y'all for watching, and we'll see y'all later, webheads.
Later, head webs.
Wow.